Renée O'Leary is project leader of Silico Science. So Dr. O'Leary, what about the project?
So what we're trying to do within Silico Science is take all the human-based resources and clinical trials and comprehensive information that comes from human beings, not from animals, not from cells, but from human beings, and see what does this tell us about substitution of e-cigarettes for respiratory health and for cardiovascular health. Now, the sad part is as we're looking at the studies, we do a systematic review. We found 33 studies with 37 different articles, and so many of them were just very poor quality. So we look at the quality, not just the data, but how well was it gathered? Is it reliable? Is it unbiased? And the problem was, out of 33 studies, 36 were rated at high risk of bias, meaning we can't really trust your findings. Another 7 were rated at some concerns, which means, well, we have some things we might ask you about with that study, but we feel it's pretty good. That's 7. 0, none at low risk of bias. No reliable studies. So we're left with a quandary. What do we need to know? The studies also don't cover good things. They cover acute effects. What happens immediately after you use an e-cigarette? Well, what we're trying to look at is longer-term health outcomes, and we're not getting them. Less than half of those studies were on longer-term effects, and some of them were just as little as 5 days or a week. It's really a very sad state of affairs. So we might have started hoping that we would be having information to give clinicians. At the end of the day, mostly we're going to be talking to researchers and saying, you need to make good studies for us so we can really answer these questions.